Hi, thanks for purchasing and taking part in these online yoga sessions that I'm providing. So just a couple of bits of guidance when you're doing this at home, making sure that the area that you're using to do your yoga in is as tidy as it can be, or if there are any objects like a coffee table or a sofa that can't be moved, or a lampshade above you, just making sure that you're aware of where those objects are and you're adjusting as you need to. Also as well, make sure that you're feeling okay before doing yoga. So if you're feeling ill at all, or you get a headache, cold, or whatever it might be, if you're not feeling quite right, then maybe delaying doing your yoga practice until later in the day or another day. Take all of my instructions that I give you as guidance. So if it doesn't feel right, or if there's any pain or discomfort, then only coming into the posture to a point that it's comfortable for you, or you can choose not to come into the posture, or you can choose to take a break as you need to. I will offer options and modifications to some of the postures, but if they don't quite work for you, then feel free to make further adjustments that seem sensible for your own body. So thank you for joining in and enjoy. So with feet hip width, so we're imagining something's attached to the crown of the head, is extending us up, and just a slight tilt back of the pelvis. So just taking a moment just to notice the movement in the pelvis, and then just having a slight tilt back, so we're lengthening the tailbone down, so lengthening the spine down, and by extending up we're lengthening the spine and the trunk of the body, and then allow the chin to drop slightly, and that will lengthen the spine in the neck. So it's just a slight drop of the chin, so the chin isn't down on the chest, so your gaze is about 6 feet or 2 meters in front of you, and then we'll close the eyes and we'll take 3 or 4 intentional deeper breaths, so in your own time. So when we're breathing in, the chest expands, feel the belly pressing out. And then just allowing your breath to regulate. Notice how your body feels. Maybe you notice a bit of a tingling sensation in the body with those deeper breaths. Increasing, sort of temporarily increasing the level of oxygenated blood in the body. Noticing the gentle expansion and contraction of your chest, feeling the arms down by your side, the fingertips being gently drawn down towards the ground. And then gently leaning forward slightly, just to a point where you feel the toes gripping. Back to centre. Taking a little bit of weight to the heels, and then back to centre, forwards again, weight to toes, and coming back to centre, and again shifting a little bit of weight to the heels, and then back to centre. And then we'll take the weight to the outside of the right foot, forwards to the little toe, and across the toes to the left foot, outside of the left foot to the left heel, right heel. So gently shifting the weight around the outside edge of the feet. And then in the opposite direction. And And then gently coming back to centre. And if you've got the eyes closed, we'll open the eyes. So we'll take a deep breath in, extend up, and then breathe out and fold forwards. So we're breathing in. So we're leading with the chest folding forwards, taking a bit of a bend in the legs if you need it. Arms hanging, head hanging. And we'll reverse this movement coming up. So as you inhale, slowly coming up, the arms stay hanging, the head hanging until your spine is upright and dropping the shoulder blades back. And we'll breathe in, extend up. Breathe out, leading with the chest forwards. Pausing at the bottom. Inhale, rolling back up. And shoulder blades back. So we'll do that movement once more. Breathe in, extend up, leading with the chest folding forwards. And we'll come up into chair pose, so we'll keep a bend in the legs and raise the arms. And then we're going to straighten the legs and take the arms to the side. So you draw the shoulder blades back, fingertips to the ceiling. And then we'll take the bend back in the legs and bring the forearms together in front. And then straightening the legs, drawing the shoulder blades back. And then we'll come back down. And coming up. And down. And then we'll come back up and allow the arms to come down. Step the feet just a bit wider than hip width, and we'll hands to hips and circle the hips round. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. And then coming back to centre, feet back to hip width, and we'll side stretch. So we'll interlace the fingers above the head, and then we extend up and over to the right side. Coming back up, extending up, reaching up, then over to the left. Back to centre, extending up and over to the right. And then coming back up, extending up and over to the left. And then back up, allow the arms down. We'll step the feet a bit wider again, and we'll take the arms through from one side to the other. So just allowing the weight of the arms to draw the body into the movement. Lifting the arms up a bit higher. And then we'll allow the arms to drop down. We'll bring the feet to hip width, bending the legs, and we'll raise the arms up. And then as you breathe out, bringing the arms down. Inhale as you come up, and breathing out back down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale, and just allow the arms to drop down. And we'll step to the top of the mat. So with feet hip width, we're extending up. We'll come into chair pose, bend the legs, raise the arms. Interlace fingers behind the back. So we've still got the bend in the legs. We draw the hands away behind, and then we're going to fold forward so the legs straight and head hangs. Work the hands towards the ceiling. Release the hands, and as you come up, we're going to step the right foot back to lunge, so the heel is off the mat. Raise the arms up and take the right hand to the left wrist, and we're leaning back, taking the gaze to ceiling. From here, we're going to come into twist facing to the left. So you're releasing the hands, right hand across outside of left leg, left fingertips to ceiling. From here, we're going to come into triangle, so chest is facing the other way. So we're keeping the arms to the side as you turn. Turn your right foot out, straighten your left leg. Left arm down, right fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then to warrior two. So your left knee moves forwards, you raise up. Look forwards over your left hand. And we come back to lunge. So you're pivoting on the ball of the back foot to get your hips, chest facing forwards, raise the arms up, right hand, left wrist, leaning back, gaze to ceiling, releasing the hands, twisting to the left, so right arm across, outside of left leg, left fingertips reaching up to draw you into the twist, and then to triangle, so keeping the arms to the side as you turn, straighten the left leg, turning that right foot out so it's flat, left arm down, right fingertips straight up, and then back to warrior two. So you're looking forwards over the left hand. We'll go through those movements once more. Pivoting on the ball of the back foot, raising the arms, right hand, left wrist, leaning back, taking the gaze up, twisting to the left, so the right arm across, outside of the left leg, left fingertips to the ceiling, and then to triangle, so as you turn, you straighten the left leg, turn the right foot out, so the right foot is flat, left arm inside of left leg, right fingertips straight up, and then back to warrior two. And then we'll come to downward dog, both hands to the top of the mat, and shoulders moving forwards into a plank position. We'll come back to downward dog, forwards to plank, and from here pop the knees down and we'll come down onto our front. We're going to come into Sphinx Pose, so we've got the forearms down onto the mat. So from here we're pressing the forearms down, pressing the knees down to lift the bum and press it back. So if we press down, we're pressing the bum back, the head hangs, or maybe the forehead is on the mat. Bringing yourself forward so the belly comes back down, you take your gaze forwards. Press through the forearms, pressing the knees down so you can lift and press back. And then coming forwards, belly down as you take your gaze forwards. And then pressing back. And coming forwards. And then from here we'll walk hands back so we can press the hands and knees. And then from all fours coming back to downward dog. From downward dog we're going to make our way to our lunge position. So we're going to lift up the left foot, bend the left leg, bring left foot forwards. The right heel is off the mat as you raise up. Hips, chest facing forwards. Taking a breath in. So as you breathe out, turning the chest to face to the right, taking the arms to the side. Coming back to centre, raising the arms. Breathing out, folding forward, so the arms come down, fingertips point behind. Inhale, raising up. And then to the left. Back to centre, raise the arms. Coming forwards. Arms down, fingertips behind, and then inhale, raising up. And to the right, so arms to the side. Back to centre, raise the arms. And coming forwards. Inhale, coming up. And to the left. Back to centre. So we'll go through these movements once more. We'll come forwards. And inhale, raising up. To the right. Back to centre, raising the arms. Folding forwards. Inhaling up. Turning to the left, arms to the side. Back to centre. And stepping your right foot forwards and coming to standing. So we'll run through that sequence again, leading with the left. So we're at the top of the mat, feet hip width, we're extending up. Into chair pose, bend the legs, raise the arms. Interlacing the fingers behind the back, so keeping the bend in the legs, draw the hands away, and then we'll start to fold forward. So the legs straighten, head hangs, working hands to ceiling. Releasing the hands and stepping the left foot back to lunge as you raise up. Left hand to the right wrist, leaning back, gaze to ceiling. So as we release, we're twisting to the right, so left arm across outside of your right leg, right fingertips reaching up. And then to triangle, so we're keeping the arms to the side as we turn, turning the left foot out so it's flat, straightening the right leg, right arm down, left fingertips straight up. Then warrior two, so the right knee moves forwards, we raise up, look over the top of the right hand. And then to lunge, so pivoting on the ball of the back foot to get your hips, chest facing forwards, raise the arms, left hand, right wrist, leaning back, gaze up. And to twist, so left arm across, outside of the right leg, right fingertips reaching to the ceiling, drawing you into the twist. And then triangle, so turning, straightening the right leg, turning the left foot out, right arm down as you raise your left arm up. Warrior two. So we'll go through these movements once more, pivoting on the ball of the back foot, raising the arms up, left hand, right wrist, and leaning back. Releasing the hands as you come into twist, so left arm across, outside of the right leg, right fingertips reaching up. And then to triangle, arms to the side as you turn, straighten the right leg, right arm down, left fingertips to ceiling. And then back to warrior two. And then to downward dog, so both hands to the top of the mat, right foot back. So the fingers are spread, you feel the heel of the hand, the tips of the fingers pressing into the mat to press the bum towards the ceiling. Shoulders moving forwards into plank. Pressing the bum back again to downward dog. Forwards to plank. And then all the way down, and we'll come into Sphinx Pose again. So we're all the way down, we've got the forearms down. So adjusting the position of the forearms forwards and back if it's feeling uncomfortable in your lower back. So again, we're going to press through the forearms, press the knees down so we can press the bum back, head hanging. Bringing yourself forwards again, so the belly comes down as you take your gaze forwards. And pressing through the forearms, pressing through the knees to press the bum back. And coming forwards. And we do that movement once more, so pressing the bum back, head hanging. And coming forwards again, so the belly down, taking the gaze forwards. From here we'll make our way to all fours, so we're shuffling the hands back so we can press to hands and knees. And then from all fours back to downward dog, curl the toes under, pressing the bum to ceiling. From here we make our way to a lunge position, so we're going to lift up the right foot, bend the right leg, bring the right foot forwards, and then we'll raise up. So left heel is off the mat, hips, chest, facing forwards, taking a breath in. So as you breathe out, turning to the left, arms to the side. As you turn back to center, raise the arms. Breathing out, folding forwards, arms down, fingertips point behind, and then we'll inhale as you raise up. Breathe out to the right. Back to center, raise the arms. Breathing out forwards. Inhaling up. To the left. Back to center, raise the arms. Folding forwards. Inhaling up. And to the right. Back to center. Through these movements once more, so we fold forwards. Inhale up. To the left, arms to the side as you turn, back to centre, and we'll step the left foot forwards and we'll come to standing. So we're at the top of the mat, we'll bring the hands together in front of the chest, we'll take a breath in and out, we'll breathe in and out. Inhale, take the hands up, Breathe out, folding forwards. Fingertips to shins as you lift into flat back. Hands down on the mat and stepping back to plank. All the way down. Extending toes. Inhale, lifting into cobra. Breathing out as you come down. Curl the toes under, up and back into downward dog. Stepping forwards, folding forwards. Inhale as you come up, hands together above the head. Breathing out as you come down. Inhale as you come up. Breathe out forwards. And lifting into flat back. Hands down and back to plank. All the way down. Extending toes. Inhale, cobra. Breathing out down. From here we'll press up to all fours. We'll come into extended child's pose. So knees wide, toes towards each other, bum to heels. Sliding the hands out in front. And inhale, lifting up, bringing your shoulders forwards. And breathing out back down. Inhale up. And breathing out down. So we just run through this movement for a few rounds. And then pausing when you're upright or in all fours, on all fours, we'll bring the wrists on the shoulders, knees under the hips. A few rounds of cat-cow, so tipping pelvis back, back arches, head drops. Tipping the pelvis forward as you take your gaze forward. And we continue this movement. Inhaling as you tip your pelvis forward, take your gaze forward, breathing out through the movement of pelvis back, back arches and head drops. And then pausing in a flat back position. From here we'll come to seated cross-legged. Or legs in front if it's uncomfortable on your hips or knees. So we'll place the hands on the knees and we'll extend up, leading with the chest coming forwards, popping the hands down, fingertips down, head hanging, and then if you're able from here, maybe shuffling the fingertips away to draw you into the forward fold a little bit more. Shuffling the hands back, press yourself up. We'll change the cross of the legs. And inhale up, leading with the chest forwards, fingertips down, head hanging, shuffling the fingertips away maybe. Steady breath. And walking the hands back, pressing up, pop the right fingertips down, raise your left arm, reach up, reach over. And then back to center, left hand down, raising the right, reaching up and over. And back to center. Once more on each side, right hand down, raise the left, reach up and over. And then back to center. Once more, left hand down, raise the right, reaching up and over. And then we'll come back to center. We'll come to lying down, legs bent, feet flat. Reaching down with your fingertips, catch backs of the heels. And allow both legs over to the right side. Keeping them there for a few breaths. Allowing your body to slow down, relax for a few moments. Inhale, bring the legs back to center. Breathe out, legs to the left, keeping them on the left. inhale to center and gently from one side to the other. So breathing out to the right, inhaling back up, breathing out to the left. So gently from one side to the other as you start to wind down your practice. Pausing when you're back to center. Reach down with the fingertips, catch back to the heel. So a few rounds of bridge, keeping the arms down as we go through the movement. So we'll inhale, lift the bum up, peel the spine up, press the hips up. Breathe out slowly back down. Inhale, peel the spine up, press the hips up, and slowly back down. Inhaling up, and slowly back down. Continuing this movement for just a few more rounds. And then pausing next time your back is flat on the mat. We'll slide the left foot away so the left leg is long, and we'll lift up the right foot and reach across with the left hand, guiding the right leg to the left. So you roll onto your left side, outside of your left leg. The right, you can feel the right hand, the right fingertips are on the ground on your right side, and noticing that gentle stretch across the right shoulder and chest. Slowly back to center. We'll switch. So extend the right leg, reach across with the right hand, guide the left leg to the right. And then we'll come back to center and spend a couple of moments in relaxation. So arms by your side, closing the eyes. Just allowing your mind and body to switch off for a few moments before you get on with the rest of your day. And then if you start to take some deeper breaths, moving your fingers and toes, bending your legs up, feet flat, roll to one side, and we'll press up to a seated position. closing the eyes, bringing the hands together in front of the chest. So thank you all for making time for yoga this morning. Namaste.